Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sam with TurnOneMagic doing a cube draft. This is the Holiday Cube Swiss, and this is pack one, pick one. And I'm pretty easy Ancestral Recall, even with a Jason Mind Sculptor. I mean, even if I don't play blue, I'll try to find a way to splash recall. If it wasn't for the recall, I'd go with obviously either Jace or Balance. I'd probably side with Jace, even though Balance is probably the stronger card. This is a pretty good pack overall. Not really, actually. I mean, the Chalice is okay. Lingering Souls is probably the fourth best card in here, and then Wasteland's alright, fixing. But just real quick before the rest of it gets going, I'm doing a Swiss because I've done a couple single eliminations, and I've just lost to like the grossest starts or what have you. So if I'm gonna record something, I'd rather get a guaranteed 3 rounds, even if I suck some serious ass all 3 of those rounds. But Ancestral Recall, first pick, is pretty solid, even though I'm sending some probably right into blue with the Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Though, yeah, sure, I'll change it. As long as you make it better. Following up Recall with Bribery, this is another pretty good pack. If I took, Balance, I might take the Path to Exile, or probably not the Bitter Blossom because it's not the best, but balancing before you get your tokens off from the Bitter Blossom is pretty cool. But not only am I cutting blue, but I think Bribery is just the best card in this pack. I think it's pretty close between Bribery and Bitter Blossom. Yeah, Coast looks cool, and this could be like a show and tell deck, but I'd rather just keep on taking good blue cards and not just jump into a whole different strategy altogether. And Bribery's not going to be good against every deck, but a majority of the time you're getting like a 2-for-1 because you have to get their creature and then they have to spend something to remove it. So your Bribery is taking a creature out of their deck and using it as your own, and then, it takes 2 cards from them. So, yeah, Bribery I'm pretty happy with. And I could keep on taking blue cards with the Vidillion Click. I think that's fine. I don't know if Click's the best card in this pack. It's good. It's probably up there. I think Restoration Angel might be better, but after passing Balance and having 2 blue cards, I don't really see a need to just jump into white when Vidillion Click is totally good. It can be aggressive. It can be defensive. I don't think I would ever keep it on the sideboard if I was playing blue, which it looks like I'm guaranteed to be doing right now. There's a lot of good white in here. The Kitchen Finks, the Council's Judgment, the Restoration Angel. I like the Hero's Downfall, but I don't know, it seems like a pretty easy clique pick. Yeah, okay, so blue is the right place to be, as in Glenelender Archmage is just super, super strong. Definitely have been on the good and bad side of an Archmage, where you're just kind of locked because you can't afford to jam 2 spells into it because it's the only action you have in your hand, and then you just lose because you're being repeatedly time walked every turn. If it wasn't for the Archmage, Sun Titan's kind of appealing with Vidillion Click. Blue Green's alright with Lotus Cobra, but Shardless Agent, I don't really like blue green with Shardless Agent unless like you have absolutely no counters, just because hitting a counter is just miserable with Shardless Agent. Skrorak would be okay, but I think in a vacuum, Glenelender is just the best card in this pack, regardless of what color I am. I'd probably see it as a signal that blue is open, along with the Impulse. Yeah, mono blue is always a good place to be, especially in a powered cube where you already have the Ancestral Recall. I would love a Snapcaster Mage in this pack, or in this draft overall. Another good pack, though. Solemn is good. Figure of Destiny. I don't know, there are other cards in here, but I don't see me ever taking anything but the Impulse with what I have. Just keep taking blue cards, keep cutting blue. Second pack will probably be full of blue, even though hopefully the person who took the Jace is either further down the line. Maybe he'll just wheel. Probably not, but you never know. I saw a friggin' Elspeth, Knight Errant, wheel the other day from a pack one, pick one, and it was just like, it was absurd. Cool upheaval. Might not be like the best in this deck, but I should probably get some signets at some point, and white seems open too. with the Cloud Grit Ranger, the Terminus. Blue-white seems like a good color combination to be in, but I'd just still rather keep on taking solid blue cards, especially ones that are as good as Upheaval. Right now, this Upheaval isn't ideal because I don't have any kind of ramp to pair with it, but, you know, whatever, it's fine. Not only is it fine, it's probably going to be very good. So, the blue has stopped. I don't think I want either Disenchant or Ranger of Eos. And I don't want Seething Song, I don't want Awakening Zone, neither of the lands, or Koth. So obviously that breaks it down to either Shadow Mage or go for the throat. You know, I think I'm gonna go with a Shadow Mage. There's a lot of removal in the queue, especially in black. But Shadow Mage is kind of a unique creature. It's a not like a looter. It literally draws you a card, has fear, so it gets around a lot of different decks. It's partly blue, so I have a reason to play it. Not easier to splash, but more of a reason to splash it. And never mind, I guess white is the color to be. I mean, it could be blue-red too, but I like blue-white control builds a lot more than blue-red. Even though the burn is pretty nice, Swords to Plowshares is just kind of gross. And super surprising that it's still left in here. I could try to jump into Splinter Twin, but I don't know. I'd rather not throw all my eggs in one basket, whereas Swords to Plowshares is just kind of incredible. I mean, I'm not throwing all my eggs in a basket by taking Splinter Twin, but it's more likely I'm going to play the Swords to Plowshares no matter what, even if I get a Shivan Reef immediately afterwards. I don't really like anything else in here. I might take the Cave in case I'm like more of an Esper build, because I don't really feel like I'm going to be playing any red unless like I have like a weird color blindness where I don't really see red as actual cards. I mean, I do, but like it's at the bottom of my list a lot of the time. I don't know. Maybe that's bad. But regardless, yeah, like see, like I should be taking these red cards right now. Flame Tongue Cavu was very good. I like it more than Goblin Electromancer. I'll just put like all these cards in the sideboard for the moment. It is very likely I'm actually just blue-red and I should have taken that Shivan Reef. But I'm a pretty greedy player, so. And the blue's completely cut as you can see, but I don't think that's the worst. I mean, I got 6 blue cards in a row. Maybe there just wasn't a lot of blue in this pack. I don't know. I don't really want Beast Within, because I'll have no way to deal with the 3/3, so I guess call me. Call me if you need me. Ooh, Figure. It's actually, I think that's a pretty good one, because either direction I go into, I'll probably be able to play the Figure. Maybe I'm like more of like a red, white, blue deck, like a Jeskai style deck. I don't know, this is pretty interesting. If I had like the fixing to play both the red and the white, I feel like that'd be pretty good. Though I know I'm definitely blue now. I mean, this was not an accident, getting all 6 of these cards in a row. And hopefully my second pack will just continue to send blue cards. Maybe I'll just crack a Time Walk and just get crazy. So, yep, so one more, it just has to register my pick. No Time Walk, but Mox Sapphire is obviously insane for this deck. It sucks to pass a Treachery, and it's obviously not going to come back if that Jace didn't come back, but Mox is just going to enable all these plays to happen earlier, so I don't really worry about the Treachery as much. And, like, I don't know, this isn't really the best deck to Treachery, it seems, unless, like, I bribery them and they Treachery me right back in return. If there wasn't a Mox, I think Treachery would be the absolute easiest pick on earth, but maybe like Karn second behind the Treachery. But even then, I think it's Treachery and then the rest of the pack by a long mile. But Sapphire, I don't know if it's really that much better than Treachery here, but it's, I don't think I could pass it. It's that good. I mean, Treachery's that good, but Mox power, the more power you have, the power like snowballs into like a bigger effect. Like being able to have like more starts with power in them is just better than having like good cards later on, because no matter what, your cards you will be playing will be played earlier, will be played better, you'll find them quicker with your recalls and whatnot, and it's just gross. Hopefully someone will pass me another Mox or something, that'd be sick. And they don't, but that's fine. Now I can either keep on taking blue cards, or I can commit to a color right now. Another color. But I really do like Riftring Cloudskate. More so than I want to take like a Sarkin or a Hero Bladehold right away. I think the card is pretty good. I mean, Sarkin and Hero are very, very good, but I don't know. Riftring is like an early and a later play, which is nice. Kind of helps with this like tempo action I have going on, I suppose. I don't know. If I was more of like a upheaval, like all the way upheaval instead of like backup plan upheaval deck, I think Gilded Lotus might have some merit too. It doesn't feel good passing the Sarkin or the Hero, but I mean, after the first pack, seeing that sword so late, the Hero could even wheel. I've seen it wheel before. Obviously, each draft is different, but you know, I'm pretty happy taking Riftwing Cloudskate here. Ooh, this is a pretty good pack. So I'm looking at Strip Mine, Memory Lapse, Signets, Daze. I don't have any counters yet. So Memory Lapse seems like it's like first on the list. But Strip Mine is like crazy powerful. Not crazy powerful, but it's powerful. Powerful enough to like take it over all blue cards here. Though the Signets work well with my later mana, and I don't know if I'd get either one of these Signets back, where I feel like I'm going to get either Memory Lapse or Daze back. Also, the Signet would help me play another color a little bit if I needed to. I don't know if this is right, but I have a feeling either Memory Lapse or Daze is going to come back, and I don't think either of those Signets will. And maybe Strip Mine is the better pick, but I like taking Signets, and I already have a artifact, like an early like Moxen, so I'm not too worried about Strip Mine, which could be famous last words. Alright, I think I'm ready to commit to red now, because Dak Faden is just a really, really, really strong card that will find me all the things that I need, and I can play this Flame Tongue and maybe this Lightning Strike. I like it more than Time Twister. Time Twister is good, but I would play Time Twister in Unpowered Cube. You really need a deck that like, I don't know. I mean, Time Twister with Upheaval is pretty gross. Like, you play all your stuff, Time Twister, and then they probably have nothing they can do, or they have a very bad hand, or they pretty much just actually restarted the game, whereas you restarted the game with a bunch of things in play. But I think, I don't know, Dak Faden has really impressed me. Hopefully that Steam Vents will come back, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. Manic Vandal is cool, and Brimstone Volley exists, but I don't really want either of those. But I don't know if this is really a Tezzeret deck. I'll put you right here. Here, buddy. You go right here. I mean, I have two artifacts, and Tezzeret and Dak Faden is kind of cute, but Burn is a dime a dozen, and Manic Vandal is cool, but I'm gonna just go with the Tezzeret and see how that works out. Ooh, Blightsteel Colossus. Maybe if I get like Tinker. Nah, Counterspell has to be the pick. I already have like some finishers. Counterspell's very good. It's blue. And I can do better for like Tinker targets, because like there were some that I can actually cast. I don't even have Tinker yet, so I'm acting like I'm going to be playing that deck. In reality, I don't have any clue what's going to go on here. Other than that, I mean, if I was playing white, I might put some more consideration to this journey, but I've kind of abandoned that ship. Yeah, Counterspell. I'll take that. This is pretty much a mess here. Could be burning a Zinni, honestly. I might not play it, but I could play it against like decks with creatures that this actually kills. Because like Dak Faden can win me the game. What does the emblem do? Oh, that's cool. Even though most of the time you're targeting things to kill them. Yeah, I guess I'll take Burning. I don't really care about the moat. I don't know if I'm gonna play the Burning. Wow. This is, jeez. Okay. So I'm looking at Mana Leak, Sulphur Falls, Jace Beleren, Chandra, into a lesser point Tundra. Tundra is not the pick here. In reality, it's between neither is Chandra. In reality, the pick is Jace, Sulphur Falls, or Mana Leak. I think Jace has the highest ceiling. Even though Mana Leak might be the better card for my deck, I think drawing a bunch of cards just could be overall better. Legionnaire is a pretty good sideboard card against aggro. I'm not going to play Frenzied Golem. I'm not going to play... I don't think I'm splashing anywhere close to black now, and... yeah. No problem. No pro papa. Oh, sweet. This is a gift. Oh, no, I want that in my main deck. Oh, and Memory Lapse came back like I thought it would. So I have 12 cards to play, potentially 13, 14. Well, I have 13 right now. Is this a Delver or Secret deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. It might end up being good enough. And I could very easily just main deck this Manic Vandal too, even though I have a couple artifacts. But there's not. It's not. I don't think it's unlikely that I'm playing Tezzeret, but it's not exactly likely either. It's kind of just like up in the air. So this isn't like the best. I still have like a lack of playables, but I have a lot of things in my sideboard which I could pretty easily throw in, like the Manic Vandal, the Lightning Strike, the Flame Tongue, the Figure of Destiny to a point, though it's probably the worst Figure of Destiny ever in this deck. So now we're just waiting for other people to take picks. I like this deck though. This deck looks pretty good. Like, I don't have a lot of ways to win, but I have a lot of ways to find the things I want to win. And yeah, I don't know, it seems alright. Like, Bribery's a sick win condition. Upheaval with a Mox is pretty good. I'd like some more creatures. Perhaps, I don't know. Just see what the packs give you. Tellurian Academy's good, but I don't know if I really want it in this deck. I think I just might want the Scalding Tarn to fix my mana. If I had like maybe 2 more artifacts, I would consider the Academy more, but if I had no more artifacts and like I have Academy, I probably just can't play it because only 2 things in my deck will activate it, whereas I do have Steam Vents. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing blue-red. Yeah, Scalding Tarn is good with that. Hopefully I get enough playables in this deck. Let's see, I'll say I have 12, 13, 14, 15 right now. Maybe 16 with the Delver. So ideally I'd like 8 more playables out of this pack. Ideally I'd like 9 more playables or 10. So I'm asking a lot, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. All I just really want is blue cards. I don't think this is an opposition deck or anywhere close to one. But I don't really think I want like Magus of the Moon or Thada Adele Acquisitor. But I don't know if I really want more fixing either. But if I do get more fixing, the red's going to be a lot easier to play, and I can just... If I take one more piece of fixing, especially with the Plateau... Well, if I take the Flooded Strand, I might be able to even play the Swords to Plowshares, and that'll give me a couple more playables too. Yeah, I like that. And I can throw the Plateau in. Jeez, and I can play like this Elspeth and just do that. Is that like the greediest thing ever? How many white sources do I have? I have 1, 2, 3 white sources. I don't think this is a Sword of Fire and Ice deck right now. I think the better pick would be Preordain, maybe Augur, maybe Blade Splicer, but I feel like the Elspeth has a high enough ceiling where anytime I land the Elspeth, I'm going to be doing pretty good. I'll throw this Tezzeret over here for now. So I have 13 playables in my deck. 14, 15, 16, 17 with the figure. Yeah, I'll try it. Probably bad, but it's just such a good card that it's hard for me to ignore it. Now, taking these white cards makes me want to take the mom. But I feel like that's not correct. The mom is very good. It makes me miss taking the sword and like the hero and a bunch of other stuff back in the day. Maybe Phantasmal Image is better. As a clone, like Bribery and then Phantasmal Image, whatever it is, I grabbed. I like it better than Mirror Battlesphere. But Mom just might be like a better card. Like Turn One Mom is just pretty good. I don't know if this is the correct pick, but I like Mom enough, and I could have enough creatures to make this okay. Yeah, whatever. I'll take it. And it reorganizes all my stuff. It's fine. Maybe I just take Dungeon Geist here over the Worn Power Stone, because it seems more like a temple build at this point. There's no fixing I want. I don't really want Scrubland or Breast Heights. I'm not playing Welder Through the Breach. I don't want a double white card because I already have one, and I'm trying to keep my mana as simple as possible without like overextending myself. And I don't really have a need to, like, this is really a 2. I only have 2 like expensive cards, and I like Dungeon Geist a decent amount, so, and it flies. That moat would be pretty good right now. Ooh, Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, that's sweet. Snapcaster Swords, Ancestral, Repulse, Memory Lapse, Counterspell, Bribery, Upheaval. This is a dream, the Upheaval, but all these other ones are pretty legit. And it's a creature for my mom to protect and to attack with. What did I take over the sword? Did I take the Elspeth over the sword? I might have. I don't know, whatever. Maybe it was the mom, I don't know. But yeah, I have enough spells to make the Snapcaster good. So yeah, it's a pretty easy pick for me. This could be a Serendib pick. Easy to play, it flies, attacks. And I could just main deck the Porcelain Legionnaire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spells. So like the Delver's a little more legit. What do I have for instance with Isochron? 1, 2. Nah. What? I'm gonna try Live a Dream here. Maybe the Isochron will work. Like Isochron and Sorcery Recall? How do I lose? I don't think I do. I think I just win everything at that point. All the time. I'm gonna take Volcanic Island? Let's see. Okay. So I have 18 right now. I can add in Lightning Strike, 19, Manic Vandal, 20, Flame Tongue, 21, and this figure to make 22, and I'll probably have another card I'll get. Yeah, I like, well, ooh, maybe I want the Day of Judgment. A Wrath? No, it's too hard on my mana. I'll just take the Volcanic Island and hope I can kind of play around with that. I'll take Inferno Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources. I could play like one mountain if I even need to play a mountain. Just bring in mountain against Path to Exile if that's ever a thing. The man is a little funky, and maybe like the Looter Core would be better, but I really like Inferno Titan. Maybe the Clifftop Retreat would be better too, but I am pretty okay with my mana. 1, 2 for 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I anywhere closer to like an opposition deck? I don't think so. I think, jeez, I like opposition. I'm gonna try this Thada Del. I like opposition, but I don't really love it here. You know, I almost took this Preordain over the Elspeth. Like, you know, whatever. It's not like it's like the craziest card ever, but It's very good. And I think Detention Sphere is the pick here. I like having a Oblivion Ring type effect, and this one's, I don't think it'll be the hardest to cast. I'll have to play some number of planes, but I'm okay with that. Unexpectedly Absent, I'll put in the sideboard. Spirit of the Lab, last pick Garuk, huh? Let's hope the guy to my left is not green. Because I just gave him a gift. I'm at 21. Any blue card I'd rather play over all these other ones? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources. So I'm thinking about either Figure, Lightning Strike, Manic Vandal, Flame Tongue Kavu, this kinda. I already said Lightning Strike. Delver. Kind of Theta Adele, but not really. This will be a good sideboard card, but it's nothing I really want to play this very minute. I have to add 2 more cards to this deck. Legionnaire's okay, but it'll be way better out of the sideboard. Same with maybe like Weathered Wayfarer and Unexpectedly Absent. How many spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for Isochron seems okay. 7, 8. Which means a fifth of the time, probably less, a little more or less than that, Delver will flip. If my basic shitty math works out that way. Which isn't too appealing. So I'm going to just add the Flame Tongue and the Manic Vandal, because I like having 2 things that like kill opposing stuff. And often there will always be something for Manic Vandal, and people play creatures, so Flame Tongue's good. Now, is this Isochron really what I want to be doing? Counterspell, Memory Lapse, Impulse, Preordain, Ancestral Swords. So I actually really have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they're all very good with it. It might be kind of greedy. It might be better to run like the Figure of Destiny instead. My kitty's meowing, wants to come in. 1 second. So will a 4/4 Figure of Destiny be good enough? Or maybe I just I don't really have any like burn, but I do have removal. It also kind of ups my creature count. Isochron, Counterspell, Isochron, Recall, Swords, Impulse, Memory Lapse. Like, those are all dreams that I really, really want to live. And if I'm going to live them somewhere, I think Swiss is the place to do it. So maybe what would I take out, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources. So I'd play like for 6. I'd play like 1 mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources, and I have 2 whites. So I'd probably play like 3 planes, even though I want my mom turn 1 every turn. So maybe 4 planes. So that's 5 lands, 10, 11. So and that would make so that means I'd have 6 islands. So I'd have 11, 12 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. But maybe I'd only play 3 planes then. For 5? For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I don't like that though. I really don't like that. But I'm not like against it either. Cause I really want to play that Elspeth because she's pretty strong. But that would make my figure a lot better too, though. Having all those planes. But if my blue card's worse. Because I'd hate to have like plains 5 blue cards for an opening hand, or like plains plateau 5 blue cards. What is like not in serious consideration? Probably the figure. Figure's like really the only super sketchy one in my opinion. I think Manic Vandal's actually pretty good here. I'm always going to have something to hit with the Manic Vandal, and I can attack with it after. Like you tend to do. Maybe this is a good opposition deck. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I just really want to play this Isochron with something, but it seems so bad with only 5 targets. Like having to have both in your opening hand, especially since you don't really want to hold around like Ancestral Recall just so you can like do stupid stuff with it. I think with all my blue card draw, I'll be able to find my planes easier. So I think I'll be able to get 1 white source early on if I have 5 total. Early enough, that is. Might be risky though. If I take out 4 white cards and I put in Lightning Strike, Isochron, Lightning Strike, Isochron, I don't know, Porcelain Legionnaire maybe? That seems bad. Delver. That a Del? Is that like anything I'd ever want to do? No, the white cards are just better than what I'd be putting in. See, that's the thing. All these white cards are very, very good. And Figure kind of doubles as like a... I don't even really need to count Figure as a white card. So I think playing 5 for 4 is probably fine. Let's see what Moto suggests. Yep, so 3 there. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like we're on the same wavelength. 5, 6, 7 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll try running this out. This looks like a pretty fun deck to play. This Red Fling is a 2-drop too. I mean, it can be a 5-drop, but most of the time it'll be played for 2. Like, it's not like insane. I'm not gonna do anything broken, but there are very good things I can do here. Maybe that means I just get smoked every time. Man. Yeah, like the ultimate in Dak Faden is kind of useless. In Cube, that is. Maybe if you were like to build around it, but you're mostly just using it for +1 and -2. Desert seems bad here. Man, I would love that sword now as well. Oh well. Yeah, well, Is this really what I want to be doing? It's like a pretty fair deck overall, other than like the Ancestral Recall and the Mox. But with what I have, it's other than the Isochron, it's not really going to become unfair. Yeah, we'll try it. I'm happy with this. And we'll come back with round 1 in just a second, starting right now.